Hey everyone, I'm Devon Coombs, CPA, MBA, ex-Google and Deloitte, and lecturer at San Jose State University. And today I'm going to be going over the time value of money for one of my exams. And we've created a video that explains how to solve every single problem on a practice exam that I've created for my students. If you're interested in the time value of money, if you're taking a CPA or CFA exam, or you just want some practice or to understand this theory, this will be a great resource for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you want more content like this, please comment below, subscribe, or like it. And just let me know and I will cater this content to you in the future. Okay, enjoy. Let's dive in.
All right, class, welcome. Finance exam on the horizon. I know those time value of money questions. They can look a little intimidating, right? Well, they really don't have to be. Today, we're going to break down 10 classic problems. My goal? To give you the tools, the calculator keystrokes, and most importantly, the confidence to walk in there and just nail every single one. You ready? Let's get into it. Look, I get it. Exam season is, well, it's stressful. No two ways about it. But I'm going to make you a promise. By the end of this session, a light bulb is going to go on. You're going to see the pattern behind all of these questions. We're going to walk through it together, step by step, literally button by button on your calculator, until it feels like you could do it in your sleep. So, what's the game plan? Simple. First, we're going to build our toolkit, the fundamentals. Then, we'll jump right into solving for present value and future value. After that, we'll level up to annuities and payments. From there, we'll hunt down those missing variables, like interest rates and time. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the one big idea that ties everything together. Think of it as our roadmap to an A. Okay, let's kick things off with the single most important idea I can give you. Every single time value of money problem you will ever see, it's not some scary math equation. No, it's just a puzzle that always has the exact same 5 pieces. If you can master these 5 pieces, trust me, you've mastered this entire section of finance. So what are these 5 magic puzzle pieces? Here they are. You've got N, which is just the number of periods. Think years or months. Then there's I/Y, your interest rate per period. PV is the present value, what something is worth today. PMT is that repeating payment, like a car payment or a yearly savings deposit. And finally, FV, the future value, what it'll be worth down the road. And here's the secret. Every single question just gives you some of these and asks you to find the one that's missing. That's it. That is literally the whole game. Okay, enough theory. Let's put this toolkit to work with some actual problems. We're going to start with the bread and butter of finance, calculating the future value of a single chunk of money. And then we'll flip it and work backwards to figure out what you'd need today. All right, let's pull up question 1 from that exam prep sheet. A classic, super straightforward. We've got our lump sum, our interest rate, and how long we're waiting. So let's grab our toolkit and start plugging in the numbers. Now, this part is absolutely critical, getting the setup right. So N is easy, that's 5 years. IY is 7%. Now listen up, because this is the part where people get tripped up. The present value, that $10,000, you have to enter it as a negative number. Why? Think about it. It's cash out of your pocket, right? You're investing it, so it's an outflow. Super important concept. And since this is a one-time investment, not a repeating thing, our PMT is just 0. Okay, we're all set. Let's solve for the future value. Okay, get that calculator ready. Let's punch it in together. Press 5, then the N key. Press 7, then the I/Y key. Now enter 10,000, hit that plus minus key to make it negative, and press PV. Hit 0, and then PMT. You ready? Now hit the solve key for FV, and there it is, $14,025.52. See that? That's your money working for you. That's compound interest. And guess what? You now know how to solve questions 8 and 9. It's the exact same process. For question 8, you just plug in N equals 40, I/Y equals 8, PV equals negative 50,000, and you'd find it grows to over $1 million. For question 9, N equals 2, I/Y equals 5, PV equals negative 1,000. Boom, you get $1,102.50. It's the same pattern every time. All right, that was fun. Now let's try something different. Let's work backwards. Question 3 doesn't ask what our money will become. It asks, hey, if I want to have a big pile of cash in the future, how much do I need to put away today? This is a concept called discounting, and it's literally just the reverse of what we just did. So back to the calculator. Let's enter 10 for N, 8 for I/Y, 0 for PMT, and our future goal, our FV, is $50,000. Now, hit solve for PV, and the answer is negative $23,159.67. And see that negative sign? It's not a mistake. It's the calculator telling you, this is the cash you have to pay out today to reach your goal. And just like before, you can use this for other problems. Question 10 is the same deal. You want 10 grand in 10 years at 5%. You run the numbers and find out you need to invest about $6,100 today. See? Easy. Okay, we've handled single lump sums. Now let's add a new wrinkle to the mix. What about regular repeating payments? You know, when you see phrases like save every year or pay per month, that's a huge clue. It's your signal that it's time to finally use that PMT button on your calculator. We're now in the world of annuities. Let's look at question 5. Scan the text. What's the magic phrase? Every year. Got it? That tells you right away this is not a one-and-done investment. This is a consistent saving plan, a series of payments. And our job is to figure out what that whole pile of payments will be worth at the very end. All right, let's build our input list. N is 30 years. I prime or IY is 8%. What about PV? Well, the problem says we're starting to save, so we're starting with nothing. PV is 0. And here comes our new friend, the PMT key. You're saving $5,000 every year. Is that cash coming in or going out? It's going out of your wallet and into the account, so we make PMT a negative $5,000. Perfect. Now we're ready to see what the future holds. So we've got all our inputs. 30 for N, 8 for I/Y, 0 for PV, and that negative 5,000 for PMT. Go ahead and compute the future value, and what do you get? Whoa, look at that number. Over $500,000. 566,000 to be exact. And that, right there, is the magic. That's what happens when you combine consistent, disciplined saving with the awesome power of compound interest over a long time. Okay, let's look at the other side of annuities. Imagine this. You win the lottery. Not the huge jackpot, but a nice prize. They tell you, we'll pay you $25,000 every year for the next 20 years. That's what question 6 is about. But then they offer you a choice. You can take the yearly payments, or you can take a single lump sum of cash right now, today. The question is, what's a fair lump sum? What's the present value of that whole stream of payments? So let's figure it out. We punch in 20 for N, 6 for I/Y. Now think about the payment. This time you're receiving the $25,000, right? It's cash coming to you. So PMT is a positive 25,000. We're not solving for a future value, so FV is 0. Now, solve for PV. The calculator gives you a negative $286,747.51. Why negative? It's showing you the other side of the transaction. If the lottery company were to give you this amount today, it's an outflow for them. So that's what your prize is worth in today's dollars, a little under $300,000. All right, you're doing great. So far, we've been solving for the how much, the present value or the future value. But what if you already know the starting and ending amounts, and the missing piece of the puzzle is how fast did it grow or how long did it take? That's where we're headed next, solving for I/Y and M. Okay, let's look at question 4. This is like a little financial detective case. We have our starting clue, you invested $5,000. We have our ending clue, it grew to $7,000. And we know how long it took, 4 years. The mystery we have to solve is, what was the annual rate of return? We're hunting for I/Y. Time for the calculator. 4 goes into N. Your initial investment, that $5,000, was a cash outflow, so that's a negative PV. PMT is 0, no repeating payments here, and the future value is a positive 7,000. Now hit compute for I/Y, and the answer is 8.78%. That was your annual growth rate. And by the way, this is the exact same thinking you use for question 2, which asks for the internal rate of return, or IRR. For that one, you'd just use the cash flow worksheet on your calculator, and you'd find the IRR is 12.3%. Same concept, different calculator function. Okay, now for something really cool. Question 7 introduces one of my favorite mental math tricks in all of finance. It's called the Rule of 72. It is a super fast, back-of-the-napkin way to estimate how long it'll take for your money to double. And the best part? You can put your fancy financial calculator away for this one. All you need is simple division. So the question is, how long to double your money at an 8% return? Simple. You take the magic number, 72. You divide it by the interest rate, 8. And what do you get? 9. It'll take about 9 years. Now, is it perfectly exact? No, it's an estimate. But it's an incredibly useful rule of thumb you'll use not just on the exam, but for the rest of your life. Okay, we did it. We've crunched the numbers for all 10 of those exam questions. They seemed pretty different, right? A future value here, a payment there. But as we wrap this up, I want to pull back the curtain and show you the one powerful unifying idea that connects every single one. And here it is. It all comes back to these 5 variables: N, I/Y, PV, PMT, and FV. Those 10 questions on your exam, they are not 10 different things to memorize. They're just 10 different versions of the exact same puzzle. Your only job, every single time, is to read the story, figure out which pieces you have, identify the one piece you're looking for, and then just let your calculator do the heavy lifting. That's the secret. Look, before you go, remember this. What we just did, this isn't just about getting a good grade on a test. It really isn't. Understanding this, understanding how time and rates and money all work together, this is the absolute bedrock skill for building your financial future, for buying a house, for saving for retirement, for achieving whatever your financial dreams are. You now have the toolkit, so go ace that exam. And then go on and start building something amazing for yourself. You've got this. Good luck.